HD Vista is a cancer detection tool for lumps and bumps in dogs, with screening and diagnostic capabilities. It'll help you rule out cancer without the need for invasive procedures, or rule in malignancy when results indicate, and advise when further diagnostic tests are needed. Initially, all masses will go through a screening process with an algorithm based on a sensitivity of 90% and a negative predictive value of 98%. Once the screening process is complete, each mass will get a cancer risk value, which is based on the malignant probability of the mass. This will be displayed on your device as low, moderate, or high risk. In some cases, where the specificity is 90% or higher, you'll also get a diagnostic result, which can predict more specific types of tumours. The screening results are presented as a cancer risk. A low cancer risk means a malignant probability of 10% or less. A moderate cancer risk has a malignant probability between 10 and 50%. A high cancer risk has a malignant probability of 50% or more. So for each of these results, there are different recommended next steps based on cancer risk level. Low risk. The mass is likely benign. Therefore, monitoring and routine follow-ups are recommended. Moderate risk. The mass could still be inflammatory, benign, or malignant, but because the malignant probability is higher than 10%, further investigation is recommended. High risk. The mass has a high probability of being malignant. Therefore, further diagnostic tests are required for a definitive diagnosis. HD Vista can also provide diagnostic results where the specificity is 90% or higher, providing specific insights in low and high-risk cases. For low-risk cases, the tool can provide alerts for benign masses such as lipomas, sebaceous adenomas, or benign epithelial masses. This offers an additional layer of precision for benign diagnoses. For high-risk cases, it can identify specific malignant masses like mast cell tumours, helping you identify and act on masses of this type. So, how to communicate results to the owner? We'll get the results immediately, and they're presented as a cancer risk level and value. This is based on the chances of the mass being malignant. Low cancer risk, likely benign, safe to monitor with routine follow-ups. Moderate cancer risk, further tests recommended. High cancer risk, high risk of malignancy, further tests required. Let's have a look at the results dashboard and show you the visuals you can use to help owners understand them. This first screen is a mass which has low cancer risk value and low cancer risk level. The graph shows the animal's results relative to the population. You can enlarge the graph to get a closer look at this. In this case, the algorithm hasn't detected any diagnostic finding. However, in this case, the algorithm has identified this mass as a lipoma, and a diagnostic alert appears in the top right corner of the screen. In these cases, where the cancer risk is low, the recommendation is to monitor with routine follow-ups. You'll see further details on this in the interpretation box. In this case, the cancer risk value is 35%, and therefore the cancer risk level is moderate. So for this reason, further investigation is recommended. Here we can see the cancer risk value is 75%, and this gives a high cancer risk level. Although there is not a diagnostic finding, it's important to perform further investigations to guide the treatment of this animal, as the chance of the mass being malignant is high. Finally, in this case, the algorithm has also identified this mass as a mast cell tumour, and a diagnostic alert appears in the top right corner of the screen. You can use this information to guide your diagnostic plan for that individual patient. When you're discussing the results with pet owners, it's handy to enlarge the images you see on the dashboard. At the same time the results appear, a PDF report will be sent to an email of your choice, which can be shared with the pet owner and attached to the patient's record on the patient management system. In the final video, we'll look at troubleshooting, real-time feedback, and how to access support with your HD Vista device.